than that, like the Crown thing stay in the savannah. But my music, I want to go right through the year and forever and ever.
And this particular track, My Belief, is one of your favorite. It was re-released on your recent CD.
Yeah, on the Shadowmania one. That is where I started put some oldies, redo them, bring them up new, put them on CD, and try to. I would be doing Shadowmania too soon, so I'll be doing new songs with oldies mix up. Put them there that in the future, like you could have old records, all would be on CDs,
But there's something about this original mix of My Belief, a certain amount of haunting melody. Whenever you play it, even to the day, there's something about it. It's really, really wonderful.
Well, it's time and feelings at the time, Yeah, it's nice all the time.
Okay, the following Carnival 1976. But before that, we would like to share at least one callers with our upfront and personal. The number to call is 628-6118. Your chance to be upfront and personal with Winston Bailey, The Shadow, on Hot Caribbean Tempo 105 FM. The following year, 1976, Constant Jamming. But before that, let's hear what our caller has to say. Good evening, Tempo.
Good afternoon. Nice. Mr. Winston, Shadow, I just want to say something. It's a comment rally. I think your music is great. I love it, and my children love it also. And they love the special thing you do with the everybody reading the Guardian. Just keep on going on. You're great.
Commercial.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Yeah. Okay, 1976. The album Constant Jamming. The singles Constant Jamming, Pressure, Grooving Time, Carnival is Fete, Release Me, Animal Kingdom, Statics, The World Needs Your Love, Do Something, and the big song that year was Shift Your Carcass. What kind of memories you have of Shift Your Carcass from Constant Jamming?
Well, that time they were special in my head. Now my head gone so far, like poverty is there and thing. My head up there now, so I work like Constant Jamming and thing. I like people play and listen now because I'm listening to myself now and new things in my head,
Why don't watch me? You better don't touch me. When I ask her for this dance, she don't want to take the chance. She start making confusion that she come from a mad generation. Setting my body, you're trying to hold me. Shift your carcass, shift your carcass. Your hand around my shoulder, like if you are the owner. Shift your carcass, shift your carcass. I might well take it soon and mash up your jawbone. You better leave me alone, mister. Drink if you're drinking, dance if you're dancing. Leave me, let me do my thing. I'm bending my body, you're trying to hold me. Shape your carcass, shape your carcass. Your hand around my shoulder, like if you are the owner. Shape your carcass, shape your carcass. I might just take it stone and mash up your jawbone. You better leave me alone. Drink if you're drinking, dance if you're dancing. Leave me, let me do my thing.
10.5 minutes on the downswing of 10 o'clock. Hot Caribbean Tempo 105 FM. Music from Constant Jamming 1976. Shift for your carcass. Tempo, good evening.
Yeah, on that same LP, I want to hear the Calypso Animal Kingdom.
Well, you see what happened is that we are trying to cover a 26-year period, and this is not really a request program, so we have decided on highlighting certain songs. But what we can do for you on subsequent program, we could feature that song for you. But tonight we cannot bend to your request for today.
It's not same LP you're playing there?
What I'm trying to tell you, sir, is that we're trying to get through the period 1970 to 1996. But you're free to ask the Shadow a question, I'm sure.
I really like to hear that Calypso Animal Kingdom. I believe it's the best Calypso on that LP.
Okay, well, what you can do, if you listen to Trinity Treasures on Monday, I can guarantee I could pay then.
Okay.
But because of the time constraint, we have to play at least one song a year to get to 1996. And Shift Your Carcass was definitely the biggest song on that album that year. Okay, you like to say hello to Shadow?
No, it's alright. Thank you.
Okay, well, you see, it's not really a request program. We need to get through the era, and of course, individuals will have preference. The same problem you'll have if you decide to do a greatest hit. Yes, that's not my favorite song.
No, I can't do a greatest hits, because I have a big record to put them on. That's why I'm doing this thing, this Shadow Mania thing.
In volumes.
To put back all the things there in volumes. Yeah.
Okay, when you released My Belief in 75, people had a glimpse of another side of Shadow with sweet, slower, laid-back melody. And the following year, you did something, the flip side of Shadow, that really, really blew people's mind. Songs like My Mind Is Changed, You Have Nothing, Agatha, Pretty Butterfly, Happiness, We Live to Die, Lonely Man, Way Out, Mother Wisdom. And you did a slow version of the mid-94 song, Story of Life. We think we'll play for listeners Story of Life. But tell us a little about that slow side. You said you were catering for not only the carnival season, mid-year, and the flip side of Shadow was supposed to be played throughout the year to compete with the pop and the other songs that were bubbling at that time.
Well, that slow side was always in me, Just like I was writing calypsos before I used to sing calypsos. I used to write songs like this because songs like My Mind Is Changed, When You Have Nothing, Agatha, Pretty Butterfly, Happiness, We Live to Die, Lonely Man, Way Out, Story. All these songs were written before Bassman, long time before Bassman.
The time was due to release these.
Yeah, I just felt like trying some and see how the people would take them.
So after you came down with your fast bowling for the carnival, you came back in the second spell and put on a little spin.
Yeah, you see, I wasn't just thinking carnival. I could do some music for the festive season, the carnival season. But my thing is more doing what I feel, the music that I feel from inside of me. And it's not just carnival music.
What is life? A question that has been with mankind since time begun. This is Winston Perspective.
While going through some torturous strife, I sat and I asked myself, what is life? Why all this struggling to survive? What is the sense in being alive? You know you're small, your mama tells you were born. You're fighting to grow up to be a man. You grow up, you fall down and bounce your head. You don't even know if you're wide or dead. What is life? Can anyone around give an explanation? What is life? Life is something no one will understand. Dig the trees, they grow big and strong just to be cut down. Tell me the truth, and this tree was ever in long just to be cut down. Tell me the true sense, this tree was ever in existence.
Winston, are you any closer to unraveling that mystery? What is life?
Still searching.
But you're enjoying that search?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the real treasures from the Shadow collection, What is Life? And if you're interested, there are two versions. One on the 1976, the flip side of Shadow, and from the 1994, the bassman, Road March King, Winston Bailey, The Shadow. 17 after 10, Hot Caribbean Tempo 105 FM. Your chance to be upfront and personal with Winston Bailey, The Shadow.
And he made a cook. Next thing, he wind up dead like a mook. And when he
Tempo, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
You're upfront with Shadow.
Yeah. I'm calling from Barakpo.
Okay, good evening, Barakpo.
Long time I haven't heard one of Shadow's song. I can't remember my name right now, but it goes like this. If you throw a big stone, it's fall in front of my home.
Don't hurt my feelings and say.
Don't hurt my feelings, right? Correct.
Okay, but see what happens. If we need to play all Shadow's hits, we'll take a few days. If we would like to play all his songs, it will take a few weeks. Unfortunately, all we have is 3 hours,
Okay,
and we want to really get through.
I'm one of Shadow. Listen.
Yes.
I'm one of Shadow fans, so I haven't heard the song for a long while.
Okay.
Right.
But what you can do on an ongoing basis, you can drop us a line at Hot Caribbean Tempo, and we will try to fit it in our programming. You know, different days we feature different themes, and we're happy. But you're free to chat with Shadow briefly.
Well, okay, no problem.
Okay, have a nice evening. Thanks for sharing with us.
Yeah.
Winston, by 1977, you were really upset with the judges.
society man,
Yeah.
here in Trinidad. They take it for fun, pushing me around. The world know my music is solid like brick. The people enjoy it, they jump to the beat. But when they have competition, the judges will swear I am a comedian, so I ain't going back there. I want to catch some judges in hell to have them jumping, just jumping, no stopping. I want to wake them up with some blows and have them jumping, just jumping, no fooling. I'm gonna tell you jump, jump, you got to jump, jump. I'm gonna tell you stop, keep jumping up. And if I catch you jumping up slow, I bust you too.
The mid-70s, your approval or disapproval of the criteria for judging all the judges manifested in the song Jump, Judges Jump.
Yeah, well, at that time I used to see like the Savannah and Winning the Crown was the top of Calypso. But I don't see it so anymore. I can't even see the top because I want Calypso to go international, and that's where I see it. That's where my head is right now. But at that time I was really angry with the judges because I was just good and they just wouldn't give me any crown.
Okay, but that 1977 album, Dreadness, and there's a caption of you in a field of grass, it was quite interesting. You had Jump Judges, Jump, the children thing, which was also quite popular. Carnival, Scenery, Do Good, Beat Them Drums, Ladder of Success, Don't, Without Love, Treat Me Nice. And this is a track we would like to share with you. In fact, this track was featured in the movie Lean On Me, Winston Bailey, The Shadow, the song Everybody is Somebody.
If a man is born in luxury, they prove to me through history he is somebody. But if a man is born in poverty, starvation and misery, he is nobody. Everybody is somebody. Nobody is nobody. I mean the poor or the wealthy, Everybody is somebody. Poverty is what it takes to make such dangerous mistake about who is somebody. But when a woman makes her son, from the time that child is born, he is somebody. Everybody is somebody. Nobody is nobody. The pauper or the wealthy. Everybody is somebody.
23 minutes after 10 o'clock inside the second hour from the 1977 album Dreadness, also contained in the soundtrack for the movie Lean On Me, Winston Bailey The Shadow. Everybody is somebody. Good evening, Tempo.
Good evening.
You're up front with Shadow.
Good night. I'd like to compliment Shadow on excellent work he's doing. I really think he's international. I would also like if he could remind me of 1974 when he sang an additional verse to Bassman. It went like this. One night in 1973, I hear something strange in my body. I hear tum tum tum, tum tum ticking tum. I can't remember the
There was
rest.
music in the place, like somebody solo in a bass, is pumpy tim pum. Pum pum pumpy tim pum.
That is it, that is
Right?
it.
Okay, thank you so much for calling and sharing
Thank
that
you
with
for
us.
reminding me to it.
Okay,
Okay, see, once he gets started, he will get there eventually.
okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling. 24 after 10. We started in 1970 and we are working our way up to 1996. We are up to the year 1978. A big year for you, Winston. I'm sure you remembered Sugar Plum.
When Joycey want my money, my name is Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum. When Joycey want to fool me, my name is Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum. When she asks me for money, for her weed, and I say no honey, she will turn against me. Sugar Plum. You hate me. Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum. Love me. Sugar Plum. She crying, she fooling, sweetness, she lied. Sugar, I ain't got no sugar, I got love to try to fool me, baby. Sweetness, sugar plum. Sugar plum. You hate me. Sugar plum. Sugar plum. Love me. Sugar plum. Sugar plum. She crying. Sugar plum. Sugar plum. She fooling. Sugar plum. Sugar. When Joycey want an ex-man, my name is Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum. When Joycey have a weird plan, my name is Sugar Plum.
Good evening, Tempo.
Yes, good evening, Tempo.
Up front with Winston Bailey The Shadow.
Hey, Winston.
Yeah, hello.
Shadow,
Yeah,
the greatest.
thank you.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. I'm going back to 74.
Yeah.
I know how I felt when you came second with I Come Out to Play on this band.
Yeah.
I want to know how you felt.
It was rough on me, man. I run from the Savannah to Belmont, right on top of a hill there, you know.
Yeah, no, man. It's
I ran too bad, man. I see mad people down there. I had to run from there.
Yeah, now, there's no way in history I think a man win road match with them two tunes, you know. Two tunes from one man.
Yeah.
Best man and I come out to play was the greatest in 74.
Yeah, man. At that time, I was looking forward to the thing like the Crown is the greatest, and I wanted one, eh?
Well, you know, you didn't win the crown, and you never win the crown up to now.
Nah.
So I'm going to tell you something. You're the king, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
You're the king.
I know so.
Because you know, man, you earn it.
I know so because plenty people tell me so, and I believe
Well,
them.
in fact, it might very well be the largest margin win ever, and it was only there's the first of two times that one Calypsonian actually won the road match and had the runner-up. Only David Rudder in '86 with Bahia Girl and the runner-up, The Hammer, ever did that.
Oh, I was out of the country then.
It was never done before, and only David Rudder equaled that feat of both the road match and the first runner-up. So it was a tremendous achievement, but it was Shadow Mania.
Oh, yes, it was.
Throughout the Calypso world.
Throughout the world, man. I mean, the whole country was vibrating with those two tunes.
Yeah.
You know, Shadow, and man, you're doing a good job. Before I go, I'll tell you something. Some men are born great, and some achieve greatness, and somehow greatness is bestowed upon them. You wasn't born great.
Maybe he was.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, that is argumentative, but we wouldn't go into that discussion right now. Just listen to my quotations, you know. I mean, I like the little quotes now. You have achieved greatness, but the country have bestowed greatness upon you. And that's a high compliment, Shadow.
Thank you.
Keep it up, my brother.
Thank you.
Right on.
Thank you so much. That 1978 album, The Zest Man, the hits that year, The Hustler and Sugar Plum. Other tracks were I Come, Deceiving, Enjoy Yourself, Freedom, A Little Bit of Loving, When You Have Nothing, Cry My Blood. But the song that really described Winston Bailey the Shadow, My Vibes Are Heavy. One of several songs which really tell the story of the bassman, but My Vibes Are Heavy really, really describe you.
Some people keep asking me weird questions. If I am a madman or a alien, it's even they hear me sing calypso. Well, sometimes they're jumping, yet they don't know. They're wondering, they're whispering. If I am a zombie, come back from the cemetery. You want to know? I'm telling you, all I know of me is I am me, and my vibes are heavy, very, very heavy. If you think I'm super, praise Mother Nature. They wondering where I get my topics and my jumpy, jumpy, jumpy music, where I get my solid inspiration to produce this dynamic vibration. They love it so, they want to know if I am a woman from a musical planet. They call me a weirdy and a cosmic baby, but all I know of me is I am me, and my vibes are heavy, very, very heavy.
26 years of consistency. Winston Bailey the Shadow, upfront and personal. My Vibes Are Heavy. Winston coming out of the combo era and the brass band era in a time when the horns played an integral part of all calypso competition. Your accent was on the bass. Was it deliberate?
I was really all over music, you know. But my type of bass lines, I wanted melodic bass lines, you know, saying something because at that time the bass just run with the chord like bim bam bam bam. You understand? I wanted something like something different, something like the things I do now.
So you were saying that around that time the bass was more or less background and you brought it up front?
Yeah, I call it melodic bass line because the bass itself is playing a type of melody.
So in fact you influenced the music because around that time that music was making that kind of change and the horns were quite prominent. In fact, any band you go, you see a lineup of horns, man.
Yeah.
And that was more or less the brass band era coming out from the combo, but the bass with Pharrell and the music after it was quite prominent. And I believe it led to the kind of music now, and it led to the evolution of music as it is today.
Yeah, it surely did.
So when the history of Calypso is finally written, the final chapter, you will have to get some credit there for making that impact, influencing that music. My Vibes Are Heavy. From what position did you write that song? Did you sit back and write it?
I don't know, I can't remember. You know, these things go through me, you know, and when they build up all the time and certain things might happen and might just force them out, you understand? And I just, with my guitar, I always do some guitar, yeah? And I just capture the feelings and put them in musical form.
1978, a big year for more reasons than one. In addition to having the most successful The Zestman album, you also made your debut in the movies, and we'll talk about that when we come back, a little bacchanal time. 26 minutes on the upswing to 11 o'clock, up front and personal with Winston Bailey The Shadow on Hot Caribbean Tempo, 105 FM, the station for all generations. Capital City Council regulars present Tribute to Delamo, the King, this Saturday 30th from 9 p.m. with Poser, Kenny J, Campanero and Spice. Advance $15. At the door 20. Back in Time's party after with DJ Peaceman. Get tickets at Capital City Petrotron Club on Crossbees High Street. This at courtesy Guinness Stout and the Classic Cola. Easter Monday, April 8th. The 4th annual Easter Extravaganza by the Woodbrook Festivals Committee, Adam Smith Square, Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook, 1 p.m. till 10 p.m. Adam Smith Square, featuring music by Robert Monroe and Friends, Hammer Latif and Ralph Davies, Myra Hospitalis, Woodbrook Steel Bands, Popular Calypsonians, DJ Information Society, Easter Bonnet Parade, games, stalls, ice, after 6 giveaways, gymnastics, and a lot more. Adam Smith Square, Arapita Avenue, this Easter Monday, April 8th from 1 p.m. till 10.
Tempo, Caribbean tempo, tempo, Caribbean tempo. There's no denial, so don't touch your dial.
The movie Bacchanal Time, 2 tracks on that album, Horner Man and Bacchanal Time. The title track, an album on a movie which also featured Calypso Rose and Robin. Winston Bailey The Shadow, I understand you also played a part in that show. You were a bad boy.
Yeah, a little part. Crazy was in it too.
Crazy was in it also. Okay. Tell us about your role.
My role, I was just like a big money, then I just tried to collect my money there. I'm crazy. It was the borough. It's so strange, I never went to see the movie, you know.
But I understand you stuck up someone with a finger or something like that. Sprang was telling me you stick up a man without a gun.
Well, Sprang does see things that people don't see.
Okay. Well, but it was nice, a nice twist to your career, not only a calypsonian, a writer, to be part of a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, 1978, Bacchanal time. Good evening, Tempo.
Hello, good evening.
Up front with Winston Bailey.
Mr. Selector, before I speak to Winston, didn't Calypso Rose do the 1-2 in 1978 when she won the road match with ''ख़𝐤 Jam and second with Her Majesty, which she also won the crown with I Thank Thee?
Well, we'll have to double check that, I'm not sure.
Anyway, Winston,
okay,
I've always been a big fan of yours, you know, I even started wearing black.
Uh-huh.
You know, and well, I've following you up for the last 19 years,
Yeah,
although
man.
I know you came out long before that, but I've been following you religiously for the last 19 years, and a lot of people rate up the bassman, but I like Obia.
Uh-huh.
Which Obia? The 1973?
Obia, the Return of the Shadow album.
That's the 82, because in fact there were two songs named Obia. One Obia Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Obia I like on the 1982 album, Return of the Shadow.
But that's coming up. That's coming up.
And I have two more things to say because a lot of people trying to get through. Winston, you're not doing any full albums again or what? I see this year you brought out a 12-inch.
Well, boy, I just do that one time. So when I keep on doing albums. I'm trying to put my music together. The last CD I did was with Bassman.
Shadowmania?
Well, I'm trying to do CDs like that. I'm going to be putting out some new songs. I'm going to be putting some of the oldies that I like to do over would put there.
Right.
But
And
I'm trying to make a collection, you know.
Right. Well, two more things. Mr. Selector, you I see you playing a track from each year. Right, beside that, didn't Winston have a lot of media releases? You're not going into that tonight?
Well, yes, we are. We played so far My Belief, a media release, and what did we add?
And what about the Shadow thing, and Yesterday, and Fire, and all of them?
Well, Shadow thing was contained in that album. It was re-released as a single.
Right.
We will play, of course, One Love.
Lastly, giving Shadow something to explain now. Explain the return of the Shadow album in 82 and the return of the Bassman in 84. What do you mean by return of the Shadow and return of the Bassman? So that's my contribution. You know, if I start to talk, I talk all night.
Hold the line, Nicky, because we need to get an explanation for that. If you, the question is, if you were here every year performing, why did you have to return? Return from
Yeah,
where?
exactly.
Well, maybe sometimes when you think it was Shadow, it was Winston. So Shadow.
Well, Shadow.
Yeah.
Look, I think I'll give you a call home. Because I have a lot of questions. I follow you for the last 19 years, and as a matter of fact, you're my top calypsonian.
Yeah, thank you.
You understand? And thanks for the black and everything too.
Yeah, man.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm Selector.
Okay, good evening. I'm Stanley Grandi. The music, the man, Winston Bailey, The Shadow, and we are up to the year 1979. The album, If I Coulda, I Woulda, I Shoulda. That's Soca Boat.
The soca king, I can't make with the soca thing. I call the mental hospital. Come quick to avoid a funeral. A man came in my house to beat me. He came in my house to bite me. I belong to the house of music. He's either crazy or real sick. But I don't want to sing that soca boat. I don't want to sing that soca boat. Just don't want to sing that soca boat. I don't want to sing that soca boat. to beat me. He came in my house to fight me. I belong to the house of music. He's either crazy or real sick. But I don't want to sing that soca code. I don't want to sing that soca code. I don't want to sing that soca code. I don't want to sing that soca code.
When soca was young. Sweet soca from Winston Bailey the Shadow, the year 1979. If I coulda, I woulda, I shoulda. Pretty unusual name for an album.
Yeah.
Could you translate?
Well, no, I didn't name this one. Charlie did that. Charlie from Charlie's Records, Rolson Charles from Charlie's Records in New York. I didn't like the name, but he was doing the jacket.
Yes.
And he just put on the name.
That 1979 album contained Jumbies, That Soca Boat, UFO, Human Rights, Dread Wizard, Don't Try That, Keep on Wailing, Through the Mirror. But Winston, through the years, you had a unique relationship with Art Decoto, and you seem to get the best out of Art. You went to Art with your music, but you must agree that he had a way of grasping to exactly what you meant.
No, he used to send me back to put what I wanted on the tape. Put them bass lines how you want them. And any part you want with the horn, and I would tell him, and then he would put that together. And when we go in the studio, I deal with the rhythm. The rhythm, that feeling, that was my thing.
Yeah.
So,
but you felt comfortable working with Art?
Yeah, well, we worked together, Well, sometimes I say, well, you alone do this song, I want you to arrange this one, and he would keep that there. If I didn't go back there for 3 days, he write nothing. When I go back, he say, tell me what you want special. And when I gave him that, then Art gone, and he was the greatest writer now anyway.
Of music?
Yeah, he was just good and was fast, He was good. He was great.
Well, Ronnie McIntosh lives on to carry on the legacy. However, he's not in the producing and arranging field. He is in his own right, a tremendous Calypsonian, second generation entertainer, the son of Art Decoto. Up front and personal with Vincent Bailey the Shadow. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Wilson.
Yeah?
How you doing?
How you got up to now?
I'm one of your fans, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You keep up the good work.
Yeah?
The judges haven't given you the crown, but you are the people's king.
No, well, Calypso bigger than where the judges are now,
That's for sure.
I used to worry about them until I find out that them just quite down there doing a thing, just a carnival thing.
Yes, man.
And my work had to go further than there.
You're sure, right?
They don't worry me at all.
Right, Vincent, I've been to both your concerts.
Yeah.
The one at the Spectacular Forum and the one at the Gene Fair Complex.
Yeah.
And it's down there I realize how much people really love you.
Yeah, yeah.
You have people jumping in the aisles, man.
Yeah, man.
Dancing too.
Yeah.
But I vex with you, Yeah, because you're one of my favorites. You ain't sing it at all that night.
You see, if I try to sing all know I'll be down there singing.
When I go down in hell and I take up my post, I'm going to be a terrible host.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, Wilson, keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I don't get listening and loving the music, man.
All right.
Okay, brother.
Yeah, man, one love.
One love.
You don't want to roll the bumble. I don't want to beat you in my life, but I don't believe in wasting time. Good Lord, you know it. I don't want to lash you, Emily, but you're playing smart with the bumpy roll that bumble. Roll that bumble. Get in the mood and make me feel good. I want to feel good, yeah. I'm in rebel.
Don't Mess With My Head, 1980, the album. Roll the Bumble on the track, also including Toe Jam, I Didn't Want to, Jam It, Don't Mess With My Head, Cook Karaoke, and Friendship. Whoops Wap. How do you translate whoops wap?
Wine.
The music of Winston Bailey, The Shadow, on Hot Caribbean Tempo 105 FM, 9 minutes before 11 o'clock. We are going until the Cinderella Hour. We started at 1970 and we have worked our way up to 1981. In 80 it was Emily. In 81, Charlene. The album Music Fever.
Body jam session, I met my Yankee fan. It was about 1:30 when the female came to town. She didn't know how to dance, but she loved calypso. So I buckled up my pants and I had her on the go. Dance Charlene, France Charlene, wine Charlene, grind Charlene, move girl, you got a groove girl. Mix it up, fix it up, trash it up, mash it up. And then when she blood ran hot, she asked me mash up what? I said, darling, take it light. I really did not mean fight. They tell me Yankee people cannot dance calypso. What I really want you to do is to mash up the tempo. Dance Charlene, France Charlene, wine Charlene, grind Charlene, move girl, you got a groove girl. Mix it up, fix it up, touch it up, crush it up.
Carnival 1981, you had a lot of airplay for two big tracks, Music Fever and Charlene, also contained in that album, the album Music Fever, Real Love, Tell Them, The Letter, and Conscience. Winston Bailey, by then you have been around quite a few tents. You started off with Victory, Calypso tent with Lord Blakey, Calypso Review with Kitsch, Young Brigade with Sparrow, Kingdom of the Wizard with Monroe, and the Master's Den, a tent you had way back in 78. You moved on to Culture House, Mascam tent, Spectacular, Kiskidi Caravan, and also this year NCC's Kaisu House. Is there a tent you haven't performed in?
Yeah. Tent rose up within the period I was singing at another performance.
But all the major tents?
I mean, I never stayed up, but yeah.
But well, how important do you see the Calypso tent? Because I remember an era in the late 70s where the tent would perform in Port of Spain on weekends and will go roving all through Trinidad and Tobago during the week. Now all they have is a few big shows, and there is a complaint that so many Calypsonians cannot get into the tent.
Well, maybe you have more Calypsonians than tents now, right? Because a lot of people getting into Calypso. Or different types of Calypsos anyway, because this thing changed, from then to now. Because the same Calypsos that was in the tent at the time is the same one that would win the road march, is the same one that the band would play for a party or so. But now we have special Calypsos for this and special Calypsos for that. There's a different time,
But do you miss that era when you went out to the people and we're coming to Ascot Cinema in San Grande and going to Rio Claro and all over the place?
That was nice when it lasted, while it lasted.
Yeah, to go out to the community.
It was nice, yeah, you used to want to go out there. And the people waiting and they're anxious to listen to you. Put a happiness in you, and everybody need to be happy sometime or another, so that used to be great.
Well, the carnival has developed to quite competitive and there's a financial factor. But do you see something like that happening during the year? An ongoing roving tent throughout the year making could you see some of that working?
I mean, I wouldn't see it like just like tent, but I mean concerts, calypso concerts, I think could work.
Throughout
Like
the length and breadth of different villages.
like
and
some
stuff.
guys get together and decide to do some concerts, it would work because the tent scene is really concert scene.
Yes, yes. So maybe if we have an enterprising promoter out there listening, maybe we can give it a try. But early on, Nikki from Grandy who called wanted to hear a song which we must play, an important song from The Return of Shadow. And Shadow said he never went anywhere, so he didn't really have to return, although he came walking out of the sea. But from 1982, Return of the Shadow, the big song, including Red Feeling, The Storm, Maureen was Obia.
A little boy named Father Right accusing me very seriously. He say he feel that I just feel. I asked him why. He telling lie. He say you singing nonsense, but people love your nonsense. It's Obia, you walking Obia. You looking like a boo boo, but yet my sister love you. It's Obia, you walking Obia. Obia man, answer the question. Obia man, true or not, you dealing with Satan. Obia, you walking Obia. It's Obia, you walking Obia. Only I, and only I. He say the beat that you just use could make you feel bust up your shoes. Obia man, you think it's smart. No normal man could feel like that. I know you're singing nonsense, but yet I love your nonsense. It's Obia, you walking Obia. You looking like a boo-boo, but all the women love you. It's Obia, you walking Obia. Obia man, answer the question. Obia man, true or not, you're dealing with Satan. Obia, you walking Obia.
Well, going the full circle, way back in 1973, you accused the Kitchen and Sparrow of going to the Obia Man. And way back, and in 1982, many years later, 11 years later, Corduroy accused you of being an Obia Man.
Yeah. He find the music too sweet. He said, I got to be working over.
Up front and personal with Vincent Bailey, The Shadow. Good evening.
Good evening. I want to say good night to Winston.
Good night.
Yeah, Winston, listen now, man. You're the baddest around, eh, man?
Thank you.
But I wanted to know when is the next shadowing concert, man. And we can't go in the Chinpia complex, they're too small.
Well, we had to go to the
Queen's
stadium.
Park Savannah. We'll block around the Queen's Park Savannah.
But like we might have to go in the sea, boy.
Yeah. That might be nice.
Well,
We had to build a big platform in the sea, eh?
Return of the Shadow, it came from the sea.
Yeah. When is the next one?
Well, I ain't ready for that yet, because if you notice, I just did 2 songs for Carnival Gone. So I am preparing for a beautiful album coming up now. I have to go in the studio soon. So after that, maybe I think about concert.
Okay. All right, partner, but let me make it before the rain start to fall, eh?
All right, thank you.
All right, man, good night.
Okay, thank you so much. We started at 1970 and we have worked our way up to 1982. Obia from the album Return of the Shadow, Weird Feelings, Obia, Judgment Day, Keep Off the Dope, The Storm, Maureen, Return of the Shadow, One Life to Live. It's exactly 11 o'clock. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. A beautiful Wednesday evening. We are up front and personal with Vincent Bailey, The Shadow, the ultimate selector, hanging with you until the Cinderella Hour. Full-time loving of our culture.
Tempo, Caribbean tempo, Caribbean tempo. Response number 1, news reports number 1. Tempo, Caribbean tempo, Caribbean tempo. Hey, hey, hey. Love to the world, it's all that I can say. Deep in my soul, I would like to see the day of peacefulness, happiness, and togetherness. I would like to see the day when love would come to stay. One love would be happiness to see such a unity. One love, oh, oh, oh.
Memories of the 1975 media hit My Belief. From 1982, another media hit for Winston Bailey, The Shadow, One Love, the flip side, Fire. Shadow, this song was redone by, I think it was Tambour Rudder.
David Rudder.
David Rudder.
Yeah. The version he did is in a movie called Naked in New York.
Right. But this song, a big hit for you mid-year 1982. I remember you getting a whole lot of airplay. And even after that, it was unusual for Calypsonians to get a lot of airplay mid-year.
Yeah.
But it was never a problem for you when you brought out these mid-year recordings.
Yeah, they were challenging, so people played them and the people loved them, so the DJs keep on playing. That was nice. Make me feel good, eh?
Next year, your album Going Off, piracy became a major factor, and you sang about pirates, and I think you also spoke about that. The album Going Off, Hold Strain, Jealousy, Cool Yourself, Pirates, No War, Going Off, and I Come to Party.
Yeah.
I come out to rock my body. I come out to rock the party. The rhythm is right, the action is tight. I am feeling proud to say I really come out to play. I come out to party, party. I come out to party, party. Oh yeah yeah, oh yeah yeah, oh yeah yeah, oh yeah yeah, I come out to party, party. I come out to party, party. I got a party feeling. I come out to free me body.
Good evening, up front with Vincent Bailey.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, you're up front with Vincent Bailey.
Yes, sir.
Your contribution, a comment, a question.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. This is the caller from Tobago.
Welcome, Tobago. What
Yes.
part of Tobago?
Mount St. George.
Mount St. George. Well, we are hearing you. You need to make your point to ask a question, please.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, I just wanted to tell Shadow, I termed him as the lyrical magician.
I really don't know what that means, but thank you very much. Eh?
Yeah.
It must mean something.
Yeah. I know it means something good. Huh?
Yeah. I just wanted to find out what about Sean.
Sean is alright, man.
Sean
Bailey, your
Bailey
son.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
singing Sonia.
Well, Sonia. Last time I spoke to Sonia, she's alright too.
Yes, and she did quite well even up till 1996.
Yeah.
She's around and performing.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to know because I think you are the man responsible for that, for
Yeah.
Sean and Sonia.
Well, I did something with Sonia 1 year.
Yes.
And different times I did some stuff for her too.
Yeah.
They call her a protege of the bassman, The Shadow.
I wouldn't say responsible, but I work with her sometimes, you know.
Yeah. I see. Well, keep the good work up and
Thank you.
all the best.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Winston, you had a way of combining the party with commentary about Calypso in a nice flavored way, and he touched on soca, but he never really got into the mainstream politics until 1984, Return of the Bassman. And let's accommodate one more call before we talk about that. Good evening, Tempo. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, we have a lady on the line.
Yes. I'd like to say good night, Shadow.
Good night.
And keep up the good words.
Would place them right in the correct place.
Right next to Robin Hood.
In Arima. Well, yes. Well, there is the park. It had the forest. Robin Hood was in. So she have a half an hour to call. Well, she really have 29 minutes and about 30, 31, 30, 29.
Catherine George Rodriguez.
10 Sherwood Park Arima. Call us, darling, and you'll get your in 10 speed from standard. So we are going down nicely.